Welcome back, YouTube. Sensei Domino here. Welcome to the Spinet After Party. Got some great stuff to share with you tonight. I have 2 TTM returns, some eBay singles, a mail day from Kaneda383. I'll be showing the last group of 23-24 Upper Deck Hockey inserts. I picked up a 256 card insert lot a couple weeks back. This will be the second part of that. I also picked up a 21 card lot of Hill Spinet canvas masterpieces. I'll be showing that as well. And I'll also be showing part of a starter set that I picked up. I've been picking up a lot of starter sets lately. This will be the 1978 Topps Baseball. But let's go ahead and get started. Let's start with the TTMs. So I haven't sent any out probably in 3 months. So these have been out a while. One of them, in fact, had been out for 14 months, so really happy to get that one back. But this one that we're starting with, this one's been out for about 3 months. This was in the last group that I sent out. This comes from North Houston, Texas. Initials are DC, and this is a baseball player for my hometown Texas Rangers. And this is an individual that I would say is one of the poster childs of what not to do with a top prospect. He did sign an index card. And this is David Clyde. So David Clyde was, I believe he was the first overall pick in the draft in 1973. Right out of high school. I think he was 18 years old. He made his major league debut. And from what I understand, the original story was that he was going to come up and make a couple starts and then be sent down to the minors. Unfortunately, the Rangers were having some financial troubles, and David Clyde was such a big box office boom that was helping with that, and the owner decided to keep him up in the major leagues. He did win his major league debut, but it was kind of downhill from there, and basically he ended up losing his confidence, and he never really panned out. But yeah, it's kind of a sad cautionary story of what not to do with a top prospect. But a big fan of David Clyde, and some could actually say that if it wasn't for David Clyde, Major League Baseball might not still be in the Dallas-Fort Worth area in Arlington. And so really happy to get this. This is his rookie card, 1974, and he did sign the 75 mini. I'll get to that in a second. So there's a 74, and there's a 75 mini. And both of these came back in really nice shape. These were in great condition to begin with, so really happy to see that. And he did sign an index card. He's got a fantastic signature. The other one was not signed, but always love when they add an extra in there. So thank you so much, Mr. Clyde. Really appreciate you taking the time, and really happy to get this one into the collection. Okay, so this last one right here, this is a Basketball Hall of Famer. Really excited to get this one back. Also a former congressman that might give this away. New York, BB are his initials. And I sent this out in October of 22. This is December of 23, and I just got this back. Look at that. Look at that. It's the great Bill Bradley. Unfortunately, the card got a little dinged right here in the mail. That wrinkle was not there. This was in great shape. But yeah, waiting 14 months for this to come back. I'm not going to complain about a little wrinkle. Really happy to get this back. Just a fantastic, fantastic player. Part of the only Knicks championship team. Former senator. And just a fantastic looking signature. So really happy to get this one back. He did not sign the index cards, but that's okay. So thank you so much, Mr. Bradley. Really appreciate you taking the time. This is the longest that I've waited this time around as far as TTMs. When I sent them out when I was a kid, I probably waited longer than 14 months for one or two of them. But this time around, 14 months is the longest I've had to wait for one. And this one was definitely worth the wait. All right, so moving on to some eBay singles. I bought all of these from the same seller. Once I found a couple cards that I wanted, I generally what I'll do is I'll go through their inventory and see if there's some other stuff that I like. And they actually had a lot of lots that were kind of ending that were cheaper than I thought they should be. And so I kind of loaded up. There was also a problem with the shipment. They had a hard time finding one of the cards that I won. And I actually won two of this individual, and they couldn't find one of them. So they actually sent me some other cards as a replacement. And I contacted them and said, I didn't get this card. And they said, yeah, that's why I sent you those extras. Sorry about that, And so anyway, I guess it's okay. I only paid $1 for it, so it wasn't a big deal. But I think it was a duplicate listing, and that's why you couldn't find it, because it looks the same as another one that I had won. But let's go ahead and get started. This one's a little rough. It looks like it's got some sort of, I don't know, like a mold or something like that on the surface. But this is a 1964 Elston Howard. Probably deserves to be in the Hall of Fame, but is not. But the back is pretty nice. It's pretty clean. The corners are really nice. I did not see that sort of moldy surface. You couldn't really see it in the listing, but still a fantastic player. Really happy to get this one. Would like to get a better copy of that, though, at some point. Next, we have a 1974 Topps Al Kaline. It's a little off center, top to bottom, but a great looking card. One of his last cards, and it does have a little bit of a wax stain right there, but it's super sharp. Happy to get that. I have several of these. This is a 1981 Topps Nolan Ryan. This was his first card with the Houston Astros. It's in really nice shape. All right, next we have an autograph of the set that really started it all for me. This is the 86 Topps. This was the first year I was collecting, and this is Brett Butler. And the card's in fantastic shape. Really nice signature. I'm not sure if Brett Butler signs through the mail. I think he does, but I didn't pay a whole lot for this, and really happy to pick this up on a nice looking 1986 Topps. Next, this was kind of a group lot. We have an 86 Fleer Update Wally Joyner rookie, but the real prize is this 1987 Fleer Baseball's Best Wally Joyner autograph. So, when I was first starting to collect, Wally Joyner was one of the young stars in the league, and so I've always sort of enjoyed watching Wally Joyner, and really excited to add an autograph of his to the collection. Even if it's sort of I don't know if you want to call it oddball set, but, like a non-mainstream set like this, these little mini sets. And then you got the 86 Fleer Update. So, yeah, really happy to get that. This one was probably one of the nicer pickups from this lot. Really happy to get this. I met him, this individual, in 1992, I believe, and I got his autograph on a pennant, a Blue Jays pennant. But I didn't have his autograph on a card, and so really excited to pick this up. This is a star, and I'm not even sure what year. I would guess probably 1988 or 89. Roberto Alomar. This is Alomar Brothers promo. And the reason I can't tell you what year is it's blank back. So I think this is 88 or 89, just based on him being with the Padres and his rookie being 1988. So Sandy was 89, if I remember right. So this might be very well be 89, but fantastic looking autograph of a Hall of Famer, and really excited to get this one on a card and into the collection. So he was really nice. He probably stuck around and probably signed 100 autographs for us kids back in the day. So yeah, really happy to get that, and definitely a fantastic player. All right, so the last baseball card that I'll be showing out of this lot, I want to say this is 2010, but when it comes to this modern sort of stuff, yeah, I guess it is 2010. I'm sort of unfamiliar with it, but not the player. Fantastic player. One of the greatest defensive third basemen of this era, if not all time. I mean, he's not Brooks Robinson, but he's a fantastic defender and a really nice player, and really happy to pick up the first Bowman card of Nolan Arenado. It's in fantastic shape. A little off center, but I don't mind that too much. But yeah, 2010 Bowman. All right, so moving on to a few basketball pickups. This was actually a lot of two. We'll start with my favorite of the two. I've been trying to get a copy of this card for a while. It's not very expensive, but it seemed to have been overpriced for a while, and I finally got this where it should have been a couple bucks. I've been seeing this for like $6, $7, $8, and it made no sense to buy it. But one of the appeals of this card is just the image on the card, and I absolutely love the image. And this is Artis Gilmore, and you just look how high he is. I mean, it might be the angle of the photograph, but it looks like his head is right at the rim, and he's just swatting the snot out of that ball. And you kind of have this like red glow going on with the card. It's just a fantastic image. And Gilmore was a fantastic player. And you got this guy right here like, whoa! I just love this. Really happy to finally get this, and it's in fantastic shape. Can't complain at all. Just slightly off center, and the back is just gorgeous. So really happy to get this one. And this is 77, 78. I don't know if I said that, tops. And then I also got 78, 79. Artis Gilmore as well. And this looks packed fresh. Little off center on the back. Front doesn't look too bad. We're really happy to get those. All right, the last card that I'll be showing. This is the last basketball card I'll be showing. This is from 2013-2014 Panini Pinnacle. This is a set called Pinnacle Autographs. And this is a sticker auto. But I got it for a really nice price. Fantastic player. How about Terry Porter? Just a great looking signature. I'm not the biggest fan of sticker autos, but definitely worth the price that I paid for this. And fantastic player. And I don't believe he TTMs, so that's always nice to get a card of a player that doesn't TTM. So gorgeous signature. All right, so this is the card that I actually won two of and only got one. The other one I never received. But it doesn't really matter because this is like the third copy, and that would have been the fourth copy of this that I have. And this is the Mike Palmateer Topps rookie. Was it 79? 77, 78, sorry. Mike Palmateer rookie. So I did win two, but it looks like it was a duplicate listing. And I'll show you the extras that he threw in. Like I said, I paid for $1. So, it was definitely worth it. And, the extras more than made up for it for sure. But next we have a 1984-85 O-Pee-Chee. Tom Barrasso rookie. Fantastic goalie. Finally elected to the Hall of Fame. And this is also same year, also O-Pee-Chee. Dave Andrechuk, rookie. All right, so I believe, yeah, there are 6 cards that were thrown in to make up for the Mike Palmatier not being sent. First, we have a 19, I think this is 83, 84, O-Pee-Chee. We have a record breaker, Mike Bossy. And these are all in fantastic shape. We have an 85, 86, Dennis Potvin. Love the backs on these. I don't have too many cards from this set, so wasn't really familiar with the backs of these. That's a fantastic looking back. This is also from the same set, also O-Pee-Chee. This is a Yari Curry. Game-winning goals. Look at that, 13 game winners. Looks like 73 games. And these are junk wax. But we have a 1991. Is this 91, 92 maybe? This is the hologram set, insert set. And this is Ray Bork, Norris Trophy winner. Don't know if you can see that there's the name. And also, from the same hollow set, this is the Vezina Trophy winner. And this is Eddie Belfour. Former Dallas Star. And the last one, and I probably have 20 of these, but it's the thought that counts. This is a 9091 Pro set, Gordie Howe. So yeah, that's the lot that I picked up. Some great cards in there. Really happy to get those. All right, so next, I was in a break that Kaneda383 did a couple weeks back, and basically all we had to do was pay for shipping. Very, very generous of him to have a break like this. And he opened up 21-22 Metal Universe Hockey, and I ended up picking the Ducks because they had some nice rookies. Trevor Zegras, Jamie Drysdale, and others. But yeah, I ended up with 5 cards from the break. And I'll go ahead and show those. We got Ryan Getzlaff. This is just a gorgeous set. I bought quite a few singles from this set off of Commissy. We have a couple of John Gibson. And I'm guessing this is the regular image because I ended up with 2 of these. But I also got an alternate image, which I'll show in just a second. Here's the other. So I'm assuming that this is the alt image. Or I guess it's not an alt image, but this is number 4 and this is 106. So I guess it's 2 different cards now that I'm looking at it, but still really cool. And probably the best card from the break is this Skybox Premium Prospects Jamie Drysdale. But Kaneda also contacted me a couple weeks before and said he had a card that he wanted to send me, and he showed me images, and I was just floored at how beautiful this card is. From what he was telling me, This card came out in the late 20s. Some people misidentify it as being from the early 30s or the 30s. And he's basically figured out that this definitely came from the late 20s. This is from a set that's basically unknown. It's called the Unknown Set. And yeah, from time to time, you can find these on eBay for, fairly cheap. And I'll definitely be looking to pick up a few more of these because just the imagery and the artwork on these is just fantastic. But enough rambling. Let me go ahead and show you this gorgeous card. So apparently this is a high school team called Shinko. Titus was telling me that this was a high school team. Kaneda and I were talking. There was a high school team named the same thing, and also a middle school team. So we weren't sure which one it was. Kind of thought it might have been maybe middle school, but Titus says that it's high school. So either way, it looks like they won the championship right here. Just a gorgeous looking image. And this card is in fantastic shape. And I just love the colors and the imagery. And the back. Just absolutely gorgeous. Just Japanese cards of this era. There's nothing like them. Nothing like them. I mean, the closest that I could even come to it is maybe some of the cards, the late 1800s, just, baseball and non-sport. Those are probably the only ones that I could think that can compare to some of these earlier Japanese cards. They are just incredibly artistic, just super colorful, just absolutely gorgeous. And Kaneda, I can't thank you enough for this amazing gift. Just really gorgeous card. Really happy to add this to the collection. So thank you so much. All right, so next I'm going to move into the 23-24 Upper Deck Hockey Series 1 insert lot. This will be the last group of it. I don't know if this was completely cut in half last week. It was a 256 card lot, so there's quite a few of these. But let me go ahead and I've got these kind of organized by insert set, I guess. So let me grab the first group. This is debut dates. All right. And we will start. These look fantastic. This is I am going to butcher some of these names because I'm not quite familiar with a lot of them, but we got Jacob Peltier. And some of these, I guess they could be considered like rookie cards from this set because, in some of these cases, they did not have a card in 22-23. So this is Luke Evangelista. But I will definitely have to familiarize myself with quite a few of these players. Have a pair of this one. This is Will Kiley. Probably butchered that, but I tried. Will Kiley. All right, next we have Tyson Forrester. Well, this I know is a rookie. This is Jackson Stauber. Looks like I have three of this one. This is Vincent Descharnais. Next we have Matthew Coronado. Next, we have a pair of David Gust. Next, we have Yaroslav Askarov. Next, we have Owen Beck. Next, we have a pair of Brock Faber. I believe this is a rookie as well. They might all be rookies for all I know. This is Vincent Iorio. Got a couple of these. We have a Wayne Kaiser. Or Wyatt Kaiser. Next we have Arnaud Durandu. Arnaud Durandu, I don't know. Close enough. We have Cole Gutman. I'm pretty sure this is a rookie as well. And the last one from the debut dates insert group. This is Devin Levi. All right, let me move that off to the side, get the next group. Okay, the next group will be an insert lot called Stat Box Fillers. And this one definitely has some fantastic names in it. Start with Nathan McKinnon. It's not a bad insert set. Kind of takes you back to the old days of looking in the newspaper or something, or maybe you're looking online now on ESPN or something, looking at the stat line. So that's pretty cool. Next, we have a pair of Erik Karlsson. Next, we have Kyle Connor. Next, we have a pair of Alex Ovechkin. Next, we have a pair of Sidney Crosby. Next, we have Joe Pavelski. Next, we have a pair of Hampus Lindholm. Next, we have a pair of Brady Tkachuk. I was watching the Tkachuk brothers played a game the other day, and the parents were in the stands, and it's like there was a fight going on, and a hockey game broke out. It was crazy, and even the brothers were jawing at each other. And next, we have a pair of Kirill Kaprizovs. Next we have Artemi Panarin. Artemi Panarin. Next, one of my favorite players playing today, Jason Robertson, Dallas Stars. And last, pair of Austin Matthews. So definitely some great names in this insert set. All right, next we will be doing the rookie retrospective insert set. And again, I mentioned in the last video, I don't have the complete set of any of these insert sets, but there are quite a few of each one. So these, I think these come out every year, these rookie retrospectives, but we have Owen Power, fantastic player. First overall pick a couple years back. Next we have Juuso Parssinen. And these definitely look pretty nice. Next we have a pair of these. This is Wyatt Johnston. You really impressed me last year during the playoffs. Happy to get those. I don't think I had any Wyatt Johnston cards. Next, we have a pair of Samuel Ersson. Next, we have three of these. So I'll just stack them up. We have Dylan Genther. Getting tongue-tied. Next, we have Kent Johnson. Next, we have Eric Kallgren. Next, we have a pair of Marcus Bjork. Next, we have a pair of Peter Kochetkov. I don't know. Peter Kochetkov. I'll go with that. And the last one from this insert group, Noah Cates. So that's the rookie retrospective group. Next, I don't know that I hate the idea of this one. I don't know if I like the execution. And also, I'm a teacher myself, so yeah, I can kind of relate to these. But yeah, I think they could have done it a little bit better than this, even if it is a little bit of a cheesy idea. But this is the Teacher's Pet insert group. And definitely some fantastic names in this, starting with Ovi right here. But you got Teacher's Pet and different little sticky notes or whatever on a pin-up board. You got report card, and then you got shots A+ and stars. And I mean, It's not horrible, but I think they could have done it a little differently. But what do I know? It's still pretty cool. All right, so next we have Scott Lofton. I gotta move these cards over here so I don't bump into them. All right, next we have Mark Scheifele. Next we have 3 of these. Roman Yossi. Next we have Philip Gustafsson. Next, Sebastian Aho. Elias Peterson. Andrei Vasilevsky. Fantastic goalie. Kevin Fiala. Have a pair of Mikko Rantanen. Tomas Tatar. Have 3. Jonathan Taves. Next, we have a pair of Linus Ullmark. Next, we have Igor Shesterkin, another great goalie. Next, Connor McDavid. He might be the best player in the NHL right now. Just dominated last year. Next, we have a pair of Erik Karlssons. Next, we have Sidney Crosby, future Hall of Famer. And the last one, we have Jack McBain. All right, so that's the teacher's pet insert group. Next, we will move on to the Dazzlers. And I don't have too many of these, but Dazzlers are basically an annual insert, and they don't change all that much. We'll start with Mason Marchment. I'm sort of indifferent about Dazzlers. Next, we have Nino Niederreiter. Next, Marc-Andre Fleury. Next, Darcy Kemper. Next, we have Nick Schmaltz. Next, we have Joel Eriksson Ek. Next, we have Anders Lee. And the last one we have Jonathan Huberdeau. So that's the Dazzlers insert group. Next, I kind of like this set. This is called Star Surge. Definitely some nice names in this one. Alexis Lafreniere. I actually have two of those. A pair of Jackson Stauber. Next, we have a pair of Gabe Velarde. Next, Lucas Reichel. Next, we have a pair of Andrei Kuzmenko. Next, Jake Sanderson. Next, we have Matt Boldy. Next, Wyatt Johnston. Next, we have Yaroslav Askarov. Carter Verhaeghe. Next, we have Adam Fox. And the last one, Dylan Genther. All right, next, I have quite a few of these. This is the Upper Deck Special Edition. I think these look fantastic. So we'll start with a pair of Erik Karlsson. Next, Next, we have Sidney Crosby. Sid, the not so kid anymore. I think he's 38. That just makes me feel old. Next, we have 3. Sebastian Aho. Next, we have 3. Jack Eichel. Next, we have Clayton Keller. Next, we have Tyson Forrester. Seth Jones. Alex Ovechkin. Tage Thompson. Matthew Tkachuk. Austin Matthews. Nathan McKinnon. Next, we have a pair of Jacob Peltier. Next, Braden Point. Johnny Gaudreau. Jordan Kyrou. And the last one of the special edition insert group, Brady Tkachuk. All right, next. These kind of remind me of something that kind of came out in the 90s. I don't know how rare these are. I can't even tell you what they're called. I looked them up when I originally got this lot, but I forgot to write it down before I did this video. So those of you that have purchased this will probably know what these are called. But yeah, these look fantastic and definitely look like something that might have come out in the 90s. This is a Charlie McAvoy. I'm guessing this is some sort of like parallel for the base cards. We have some nice names here. Tage Thompson. It's kind of a cool image there. Owen Power. Another nice one. Aaron Ekblad. Anders Lee. Matty Beniers. the last one, Connor Timmons. What is this? I think this might be like something like Shimmer Radiance or something. I don't remember. Hopefully that's something close to what it's called. All right, these last four, these are all sort of clear cuts. Two of them, these were kind of interesting, and I only got one of each of these. I don't know that they've done this in any other sets. At least I haven't seen them. I think they're kind of cool. So we got a population count. This is Patrick Lyonnais, and apparently this is numbered out of 500. You know, it's got like the player jumping out of a playing card or something. Pretty cool. I like this. And I also have a pop count of 1,000, and this is Cole Gutman. All right, next, I think this is just a clear cut Brady Tkachuk. And this was interesting. How about a clear cut checklist? Nathan McKinnon, Kirill Kaprizov. So anyway, that's the 256 card 23-24 Upper Deck Hockey Series 1 insert lot. Hopefully you enjoyed seeing those. This year, I think there's 3 inserts per pack, 12 packs per hobby box. So, 36 inserts per hobby box. So 256 of them. I mean, that's quite a few boxes. So I'm definitely happy to have found that lot, and I definitely got a great deal on it. So, all right, moving on. Next, I will be showing the 1916 Hill Spinet Canvas Masterpieces. This is Series 1. I believe this is a 40-card set, and this lot had 21 of them. And some of them are certainly better than others, and I did have 4 duplicates. I'll go ahead and show the duplicates now. And some of the artists' names are kind of hard to read, so I apologize that I'm not able to tell you who the artists of these paintings are. But there are definitely some fantastic artists, some legendary artists in this lot. We'll start with J.M.W. Turner, and this is Ulysses deriding Polyphemus. This is a duplicate, so I've shown this before. Just an iconic painting. And this one looks pretty nice on the back. And these are on canvas. So it's kind of like having like a mini masterpiece in your collection. I just love these. And they're incredibly affordable. Incredibly affordable. Next, I really like this one. This one's by Massonnier, and it's called The Print Collector. And this one sort of reminds me of all of us collectors. In this case, they're collecting prints or artwork, and we basically do the same thing. We collect pieces of cardboard or whatever substance they're using to make cards these days. And we enjoy sharing them with the other members of the hobby and friends and family. And this is kind of like an earlier version of that. All right, next, this one's definitely a legendary artist. This is Rembrandt, and this is the artist's portrait, and he did a ton of self-portraits, but this is one of them, probably one of the more iconic. It does have some staining on the back. next, this is John Constable, and this is called Valley Farm, and this one's a little hard to see. It's kind of dusk in the painting, so it's dark as it is. Might be overcast, but just a great looking image by a fantastic artist. And this one looks like something was spilled on it, but yeah, those four were duplicates. This was the card that I was really after. I've been trying to find a decent copy of this since I discovered this set middle of last year. And this one's by Thomas Gainsborough. And, this is definitely an iconic artwork. They even did, I think it was 1986, they spoofed it with the Garbage Pail Kids, and it was Blue Boy George. And this is the original artwork. This is Gainsborough's Blue Boy. Definitely an iconic art piece. And this one's in fantastic shape. I mean, if I show it to compared to, this one, look how yellow those edges are compared to this one. This one's really bright white. Really happy to find this copy of this. And there's just tiny little pieces of staining on the back, but just a gorgeous copy. And I have been looking for several months for a copy of this, and this is by far the best version of this card that has shown up on eBay or Canvas or whatever you want to call it. So really excited to add this one to the collection. All right, next, this one's looks like it's by Lucas, and I don't know their first name, but this one's called Flirtation. And this one's a little rough. It's got some staining along the edge on the front, and on the back it is some like little red markings. I don't know if that's ink pen or what, but definitely rough. But a cool image. Next, this one's really rough. This one might be Calderon, but I'm having a hard time seeing the name on the back. It's definitely small font. But this one's called Ruth and Naomi. And there's the name. I don't know if it'll show up better. Right below Ruth and Naomi is the artist's name. If it'll focus, but it doesn't want to focus. So anyway, that's the back, and it's definitely a little bit nasty on the back and the front. But there's not a whole lot of fraying on the sides, and I think that's what's a little bit more important because this is canvas. Again, I'm not sure who this artist is. It's kind of hard to read, but the artwork's called Robert Burns. And this one does have a little bit of fraying on that top right corner, and bottom right corner now that I'm looking. And it's nasty on the back. Again, there's the artist, if you can read it. But this was all one lot, and really the prize of this for me was that Gainsborough's Blue Boy. And there are some other ones that are nice in here that I'm really happy to add. But I don't mind some of these that I'm showing that are in rough shape. As far as I'm concerned, those were freebies. This looks like it's done by Moreland, and it's Interior of a Stable. And this one doesn't look like it was lined up very well, or it very well could have been trimmed up at the top. But it's got some fraying and some staining down at the bottom. It's not in very nice shape. And there's some really bad staining on this right side. Still a cool image, though. All right, next, this is another rough one, and I can't tell you who did this one. Half of the name's almost rubbed off, but this is The Boyhood of Raleigh. actually. I don't know if that's folded in or if there's a little piece taken away. It might be folded. But yeah, it's really rough on the back. That almost looks like it was under water or something. But these cards are from 1916, so you kind of look at this and you think to yourself, what story could this canvas card tell? Like they say, every card tells a story, and some of these have a great story to tell. This one looks like it was done by Lebrun, and this is Madame Lebrun and daughter. So my assumption is the artist painted his wife and daughter. And this one does have some fraying. It's a gorgeous artwork. Definitely some staining on the back. Overall, it's not horrible. All right, next we have another artwork by John Constable, and this one's pretty nice shape, I guess. It's a little off-white. It does have some little spots of staining. What was this? Flatford Mill. Little staining, and it definitely looks off-center, if not trimmed. But I don't know if it was trimmed. I mean, I guess it's possible. There's definitely a larger bottom edge than top edge, so it could be trimmed. I honestly don't know why you would want to trim something like this. These are a couple bucks each. So. Next, this is kind of interesting. This is the same subject by two different artists. This is Miss Siddons. So she must have been a fairly important person at the time. And the first one I'll be showing is by somebody named Lawrence. And the next one I'll be showing is by Thomas Gainsborough. So Miss Siddons. A little bit of fraying, some staining right there, but otherwise it's not too bad. A little bit of fading right there. I'll leave that one here so you can kind of compare them, but this is the other Miss Siddons by Thomas Gainsborough. All right, next, this is a fantastic image right here. This is by, I can't make it out, maybe Mueller, Dueller or something, I don't know, but it's called The Prison Window. And the imagery on this is interesting. So I was actually showing this to Aaron, Sports Cards and Things, and we were kind of dissecting this image. So you got like a security guard right here, and there's somebody talking to them, like almost distracting them, while this individual right here comes over and is giving stuff to the guy over here in prison. So just a fantastic story right here unfolding. And it's in really nice shape. I mean, I'm no complaints about this one. This one looks really nice. And I hadn't seen this one before either, so happy to add this one for sure. All right, next, this is an absolute legend. This is by Raphael. This is Joanna of Aragon. This is another one that I had not seen before. This one's gorgeous. There is a crease, which is unfortunate right here. So at some point, this canvas was folded, probably for a while. I can't imagine canvas is too easy to crease like that. I mean, that's a pretty significant crease right there, but Just a gorgeous work of art by Raphael. Absolute legend. And otherwise, it's in really nice shape. Look at that. Gorgeous. All right, next, this looks like Moreland is the artist, and this is the Pretty Shepherdess. Again, we got a little bit of fraying right there. Not too much staining, a little bit. Overall, the back looks pretty nice. All right, next, this is by Stone. And this is From Waterloo to Paris. And this is another fantastic image. Look how bright that back is. This one's in really nice shape. Not quite as bright as the blue boy that I showed earlier, but I don't think the back on that one was this bright either, so really nice example of that one. All right, next, this is Meissonier. This is Halting at an Inn. And I love the image on this one. Look at that. This is not in bad shape at all. Gorgeous. All right, next, this looks like it's John Peedy, R.A. And this is The Vigil. Great image right there. I think that says John Peedy. Nice shape. Pretty nice shape anyway. There's a little bit of wear on the corners and some fraying, but I think otherwise it's pretty. I guess there's some staining right there. Still a pretty nice shape in my opinion. All right, we have one more to show, and I cannot tell you who the artist is. It's a short name. Might be a Zala or something like that. This is Laughing Cavalier. He's smiling, but I don't know if he's laughing. Is Zala? I don't know. I'm having a hard time seeing that. It's pretty faded. What a great image. All right, so that's the lot of 21 1916 Hill Spinet Series 1 canvas masterpieces. I think it's R&J Hill or something like that. But yeah, you can find those on eBay fairly easily. There's always 15 or 20 of those up at any one time, and some definitely look better than others. All right, so we're about an hour and 10 minutes, so I'm probably going to show a few cards from this starter set. I probably won't go too far into it. But yeah, like I said at the beginning of the video and last week, I've been buying a lot of starter sets. I don't really know what my goal is with this, but basically I don't have a lot of cards in my collection that aren't stars and Hall of Famers from the era that I wasn't collecting. So I started collecting in '86, and the further you go back, the less cards I generally have. So I've sort of been picking up. I'm starting with baseball, but basketball, football, hockey, whatever. Would definitely be on my radar for this. And I'm just looking to pick up some starter sets. Whether I actually complete them or not, I don't know. But I like just seeing cards that I hadn't seen, very often, if at all. And some of these lots do have some stars, semi-stars, minor stars. Um, and some of them are in better condition than others. But I would say that if I was going to try to complete one of these sets, I mean, I guess the further back I would go, the more lenient I would be about condition. If I'm talking about 85 or 84 or something like that, I'd like them to be closer to near mint, or mint if possible. And if I'm talking about something like 72 or something like that, I would be okay with like an EX, or an EX plus or something like that. A 5 or a 6 grade. And the stars and the Hall of Famers, I would prefer to have those in closer to a near mint or an EX mint, I guess. But anyway, enough rambling about this. So I think this is an 800 card, 1978 Topps lot. There is plenty of duplication. There's plenty of cards that look like they got run over by something. But overall, I was happy with the condition of the group overall. And they actually threw in a really nice kind of bonus. And so I'll go ahead and show this. This is from 1976 Topps. 1975 record breaker of Hank Aaron. This was just thrown in. Like, here you go. Thank you for your purchase. So anytime somebody wants to gift you a Hank Aaron, thank them. Most runs batted in lifetime, 2,262. I don't believe there are any creases in this. But, it definitely has some corner wear. But still, a really generous gift by this individual. So I wanted to show that. All right, next I'll show some of the 78 cards that I already had in my collection. Most of them are near mint, I would say. But there's one that's a little rough. We got the Pete Rose right here. And that's what the backs of these look like. Since I'm a little bit short on time when I'm going through, more or less the commons of part of the set, I'm just going to show the fronts of the cards because, all the backs look the same pretty much. That's the Thurman Munson. This one's probably a little bit rough. It's got some I don't know, specks of white right there, some corner wear, little bit of surface wear, I guess. It's Thurman Munson. This guy belongs in the Hall of Fame. Why is he not in the Hall of Fame? Next, we have Bert Blyleven. Robin Yount. We have the strikeout leaders right here. Phil Niekro, Nolan Ryan. Gaylord Perry. The big card in this set would be obviously the Eddie Murray rookie card, which I do not have. And there's also, I guess, rookie catchers of Dale Murphy, but it's not really his rookie. His rookie was in 77. Yeah, this is Jack Morris's rookie right here. I do have 2 of these. And there are a few other notable rookie cards, but the Eddie Murray is definitely the big one. And yeah, so yeah, I got to work on getting some of the better rookies from this set. But That's what I have, to start with, I guess. And we'll see where I go with this set anyway. I do have quite a good start. And again, some of these are in better shape than others. I don't know the best way to do this. All right, let me put these here. We'll start with a Sparky Lyle, Record Breakers. I'll probably show these for about 15 minutes or so. We're at an hour and 16 minutes. I'll go ahead and stop this in an hour and a half. Mike Sadek. And I'll probably show the rest of this next week before we move on to another starter set. Next, we have Doug DeCinces. And there are a lot of centering issues with this set, as there are with many of the sets from the 70s and 80s. I've said before, quality control wasn't really at the forefront of anybody's mind back then. Next, we have Don Ossie. All right, so that's a few of the first cards with the backs and stuff. So now, just to speed up the process, I'm just going to show the fronts. And I guess if it's a notable player, I'll show the back, like Art Howe. Laren LeGros. Roy White. He's a pretty good player. And show the back of this. Mike Krukow. Bobby Grich. He's a nice player for sure. Daryl Porter. He was pretty good as well. This one's rough, but I just like the expression on his face. He's like, "What?" Yeah, these corners are rough. This is one that I would say that I probably have to replace at some point. It's a nice little placeholder, though. Next, I believe I have this one autographed. Charlie Huff. Long-time knuckleballer, long-time Ranger. Passed on his knowledge of the knuckleball to many a pitcher over the years. Next, we have Bump Wills. Rookie Cup card. I believe it was rookie 77, though. Next, check out this miscut. Don Money. That's fantastic. You hear people complain about quality control today. Look at this. This right here is bad quality control. John Matlack. I guess there's some pretty nice names here. I'm not really speeding up going through these cards because I'm showing the backs of quite a few. We got Rich Hebner. Again, he was a pretty nice player, so I'll show the back. It's a great image, too. I like batting cage images for some reason. Ed Ott, another poorly cut card here. Bob Lacey. George Hendrick was a pretty nice player. Glenn Abbott. Dave Lemancic. Willie Montanez. Floyd Bannister. George Orta. Bill Atkinson. Longtime Ranger Toby Harrah. He's a great TTM signer. Jack Billingham. Ed Cranepool. Charlie Moore. This one's rough, but nice pitcher. Former Cy Young Award winner, Jim Lonborg. There's no border on this side. Another great TTM signer, Phil Garner. I might have this one signed as well. Next is another great miscut right here, Tom Johnson. Can't help but smile when I look at these. Some collectors actually look for those and collect those horribly miscut cards. Mitchell Page. I guess I'm sort of indifferent about them. They don't really bug me, but I don't seek them out either. Randy Jones. I think he might have won a Cy Young as well. Pretty sure he did. Yeah, there you go. Randy was the winner of the NL Cy Young Award in '76. I thought so. Dan Meyer. Bob Forsch. Otto Velez. Jim Barr. I was a big fan of this guy as a manager, especially his time with the Cubs, because I watched a lot of the games on WGN the early 90s, but this one's got a couple creases in it, I believe. Yeah, there's another one on this corner. So a little disappointed. This one's kind of rough. Definitely have to replace this one. And who can forget his little scuffle with Pedro Martinez? Next we have Gene Pence. Ken Singleton. Nice player. Claudell Washington. Steve Folkalt. Andy Hassler. Dick Ruthven. Steve Ontiveros. Ed Kirkpatrick. Pablo Torrealba. Daryl Johnson. This one's definitely rough. There's a crease straight down. I love these team cards. This one looks pretty cool. They got all the pennants right there. And of course you won't see that anymore. The Marlboro sign. Everybody knows the story of the 89 Fleer Randy Johnson. Got Bob Montgomery. Kent Tekulve. Nice pitcher. Ron Fairley. John Lowenstein. Ken Clay. Oscar Zamora. Adrian Devine. I just love the imagery on some of these cards. Just, the poses and the backdrops. They're fantastic. Chuck Scrivener. Probably butchered that. Jamie Quirk. Orioles. Again, nasty crease in it. A lot of these team cards, for whatever reason, have creases in them from this lot. And there are a few that definitely have some marks on the back because I haven't shown it yet, but they have kind of a team checklist on the back of these cards. And yeah, there are a few of them that have some marks on them for sure. We have Stan Bonson. We have Sid Mongi. Matt Alexander. Tom Murphy. Lee Lacy. Reggie Cleveland. Bill Plummer. Ed Helicki. That's a cool windup. I don't think I've ever seen his windup or anybody have his arm that far back. Man. I'm not really familiar with. I think I've heard the name, but I'm not really familiar with this guy. I might have to look up some, see if I can find some footage of his. Because that's absurd. That can't be good for the shoulder. We have Von Joshua. Richie Zisk. The great Photoshop job there. Look at that. You got to laugh at that. Paul Blair. Another great player. Gary Nolan. John Montague. Now, this is a cool one. I think this might be a second-year card. Denny Martinez. El Presidente. Definitely a fan of this guy. But I believe his rookie's in 77. So this would be a second-year card, but still really cool. Some pretty nice shape outside of centering. Alvis Woods. Manny Trio. This is another great signer. And I don't think I have this one signed, but look at that background. That's just a fantastic image. Go ahead and show the back of this one. Oh, a little bit of a stain there. Got Dave Rozema, Rookie Cup. And it's kind of funny. I don't even know if I've told this on my channel. I think I've said it in some lives, but Dave Rozema was actually the first autograph I ever got. It was given to me by a friend of mine on my birthday. I don't even talk to the friend anymore, just a childhood friend, but he gifted me a Dave Rozema. I think it was 1986 Donruss. It might have been 85 Donruss, but it was a Dave Rozema autograph. And so I guess you could say I'm a little bit of a fan of Dave Rozema, even if he was kind of just like an average guy, average pitcher, but still, you know, that autograph, that first autograph definitely stands out. And the last card that I'll be showing, because this was the end of the stack that I pulled out, this is George Scott. Another great batting cage image. Nice player. That's a good place to stop. So yeah, that's actually card 125. So worked out nicely. So anyway, that's the start of the 1978 Topps starter set, I guess, that I picked up. There are quite a few more cards in the box to go through. I don't know if I can get this under the camera. But yeah, there's the box. That's the stopping point. Everything over here are duplicates or in rough shape. So that's what I have left to share. And so we will start on that next week. But hopefully everybody enjoyed the video tonight. After this, Center Hill Cards will be doing his premiere. Hopefully I will see you there, Center Hill Cards. And until next week, thanks for watching the video, and I'll talk to you again soon. Bye-bye.